Welcome back to the 2018 Election Night Special. Anthony Villa BCA is the County Commissioner for District 2. The race was between Anthony Villa BCA and Doug Crowley. Villa BCA is currently serving on the Gadsden County Board of Commissioners and is a former president of the Tallahassee branch of the NAACP.
Steve Scott is now serving for Gadsden County School Board District 2. Scott, who already holds the position, has been re-elected and is a former educator and has experience with Gadsden County School District.
In District 3 of Gadsden County, Leroy McMillan is now the elected school board official. The county is having issues finding certified teachers and keeping current teachers in the schools. Another issue is transportation, and school buses have reached their capacity and parents are concerned. These are issues McMillan will have to face during his term.
Casting a ballot seemed far-fetched for many communities when Hurricane Michael came. Multimedia journalist Bria Wesley tells us how the county tackles recovery while we're preparing for midterms.
On many streets of Gadsden County are sour reminders that continue to linger from Hurricane Michael. Michael came to visit with less than 1 month until the general election, and when the elections office got word, red flags quickly went up.
In preparation, make sure all our voting equipment was secured, our servers were secured and off the floor. We was prepared for that, and we did all our backups, and then we went home to be safe.
Supervisor of Elections Shirley Knight says that Michael left attributes of voting in disarray, but persistence got them back on track.
We was trying to get our absentee ballots, trying to receive absentee ballots, voter requests, voter registration. We had to finish that up, and we had stacks of absentee requests.
Soon after Michael, turnout for early voting was at a slower pace, but increased daily to more than half compared to the previous midterm. Majority residents like Marvin Johnson, it was all about
getting the power back on.
And once that was figured out,
hopefully everybody like myself can vote.
And even though residents of Gadsden County are still recovering from Hurricane Michael, it didn't stop many from footing their way to their designated precincts to let their voices be heard. In Gadsden County, I'm Bria Wesley for the 2018 Election Night Special, News 20.
Majority of the power in Gadsden County has recently been restored. Now looking into some of Florida's constitutional amendments on this year's ballot, Amendment 3 passed, approving casino gambling. The amendment gives voters the right to decide if a new casino can open in the state. This means the Florida State Legislature is not permitted to authorize casino gambling. Card games, casino games, and slot machines are considered gambling. The Seminole Tribe of Florida negotiated a gaming compact with former Florida Governor Charlie Crist in 2010. But in 2015, Governor Rick Scott formed a new 20-year compact. This amendment will not conflict with the federal law, state, and tribal compacts.
Florida was recently one of few states that did not allow ex-felons to vote. Amendment 4 is now passed, and multimedia journalist Belinda Wesley is live in the newsroom with more.
Florida's constitutional Amendment 4 covers the voting rights for felons. Voters choose to allow felons to restore their right to vote once finishing their prison sentence with the completion of parole and probation. Rick Scott removed the reforms who are paying restitution and no pending criminal charges when elected to office. Now, 60% of voters must vote yes in order for this amendment to be approved. Live in the multimedia newsroom, I'm Belinda Wesley. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Belinda. Florida Amendment 9 has passed. It focuses on the ban of offshore oil, gas drilling, and banning vaping in enclosed workplaces. The amendment will remove drilling for oil and natural gas on lands beneath all state waters and ban the use of vapor-generated devices in indoor work environments. The transportation of oil and gases are not affected. Electronic cigarettes, cigars, or pipes are defined as vapor devices that are prohibited.
Amendment 10 has passed, and multimedia journalist Aaliyah Davis tells us more.
Amendment 10 supports 4 constitutional amendments. These amendments include a requirement for legislators to provide a State Department of Veteran Affairs, create a State Office of Domestic Security, require legislators to hold sessions on the second Tuesday of January of a specific amount of years, and prohibit the abolishment of certain local offices and counties. Live in the Multimedia Newsroom, I am Aaliyah Davis for the Election Night Special.
Thank you, Aaliyah. After the break, we'll be covering Jefferson County elections and more.
Stay tuned, you're watching News 20.